Hey guys, my name's Hadassah with the Cupcake Crew. What's baking? So today I'm just going to talk about school, life, and just getting it all together as the school year continues. It's just the first month. It's still August. The end of the week will be September. But as the back to school situation comes to an end, at least for my channel, I'm just going to talk about how you can just get everything back on track. And I say this from a very recent breakdown that I had as a girl. So we're going to talk about getting it together, my mindset, how we could how you guys could problem solve through these issues, and how you can get through, for ladies, PMS, going through school and getting activities done and getting short-tempered and very out of it. So let's get started. So first off, I really want to apologize for the very poor quality. I'm trying to work on that, and I'm trying to work on my lighting. So as this year ends and 2019 begins, 2018 begins, I'm going to try to work on my camera quality and my lighting. But other than that, let's get started. Getting to school and getting through school. I have learned that my student planner is my best friend. I put everything in there. I know how organized I am. I get through everything with that planner. I love it / hate it. I love it because it keeps me organized, but I hate it because it makes me responsible. So it's a love-hate relationship with my planner, but it keeps me organized, especially with my breakdown I had last week. I totally bombed 2 tests that were online courses. I did it because I totally spaced, and I read one whole chapter, which is 30 pages, in less than an hour, and I'm a very slow reader, so I didn't even take in half of that stuff. And so I just read and went through, and it was over. And I took the test, I failed it. And I did the same with art appreciation. I did the assignment, I only did half of the assignment, and I didn't expect her to do to grade what I thought she would grade. I just took advantage of the whole process, and it worked. But if I would have had it in my calendar, if I would have stayed on top of it, it would have been way better. So a student planner can be your best friend and your worst nightmare, but I would invest. The next thing I want to talk about is getting through the entire year. Okay, getting through the entire year can be very stressful because you think ahead if you're anything like me. So you start good, but as the year goes on, you kind of linger off into where you're on the ground by the time you get there. You start as a baby, you start crawling. By September, you're walking, and mid-September, you're running, and then late September, you're walking again. October, you're back to crawling, and then December, you're not really moving at all. So it gets to that really iffy place, and one way to get through the year is not just that student planner, is finding a relax source. Okay, for me, it's been TV. I have to take some kind of break and watch TV. What I realized, especially with my week last week and bombing those tests, I learned that I watched too much TV. I thought I had enough time. I kind of took advantage of it, like I did in high school, because school is just my thing. But it's a totally different mindset of school in college. So my mindset didn't exactly change yet. So I know I have my one set 45 minutes of TV for lunch. I don't want anybody to bother me. I just want to relax, let go, and finish that one episode of Pretty Little Liars, and I'll go straight back to work. I just need that relaxation time and to look forward to that one piece of non-school activity. It doesn't even have to be every day. Another outlet for me that I actually recommend getting invested into is definitely, the over the over the top kind of thing. What is it? It's a new thing my brother was talking about with these trends and these dances. He said some kind of teen dancing club that can be an outlet for some people. Another good outlet that works for me, that other one I said works for me, but it was really for my brother. But this one that works for me is this right here, working out. We'll work out Tuesdays and Thursdays with my cousin and Sundays at home. If you're not really into this working out trend, I would get into it. It's a good way to de-stress. I do a lot of resistance training, which hurts. And when I start to hurt, I start to release energy because I'm putting that pain into something positive, which is working out instead of food, which is usually what it goes into, as you can see. So that's one thing that can also help as well. The next thing that we're going to talk about is definitely problem solving. Everybody doesn't really understand problem solving, and it's so aggravating to have a problem you don't know how to solve. This is one natural thing for me, so problem solving isn't exactly hard for me. So I'm gonna actually tell you guys how I problem solve. I'm a math person, so maybe that helps in some kind of way. I love math. I love starting here, going here, ending here. It works out. I love it. But I do apply that to problems. How? Well, you start with the problem, you figure out a solution, and you apply that solution to the problem. And then everything decides to fall into place just naturally. So let's try that with a few things. Let's say, let's use my situation. You failed a test. Okay, what can you do? Can you retake the test? For me, that's a no. Can you figure out how you failed the test? For me, that's a yes. Can you figure out how to solve the studying problem that you might have, or solve not wanting to have that work ethic that you might need? For me, that's a yes. Can you go to the professor and talk to him? For me, that's a yes. I have all these options that can solve the problem. Now I take those options and I apply them to the problem. So, can I find what's inhibiting my work ethic? TV. Took out everything but my 45 minutes at lunch. Now, especially now, I'm doing really good on my history. What else did I say? I said, talking to the professor. I talked to him. He gave me some advice. I used my problems and I applied it to the situation. And that's just how it goes. And you just let it fall into place. This is one thing that, it's very good for me. If you guys ever need help with this, I really want you guys to come to me. I'm always free. Good, bad kind of situation, not good, bad, but a situation for me is I only have 60 of you guys on here. So you can go to my Twitter, or if you don't have Twitter, you can go to my Instagram. Or if you even don't have Instagram, you can always, I don't know if I want to put that information up there. But if you can't find me in the DMs on Instagram or my messages on Twitter, you can always Snapchat me. And if I don't reply to your Snapchats, just subscribe, comment below. I get notifications every time somebody comments. We can figure out a way to handle this situation. So always try to contact me. It's kind of a thing that I can obviously easily figure out. So I would love to help you guys do that. The last thing that we're going to talk about is PMS. So this is a girl topic. Uh, I don't understand it. I have never been so in tune to how much PMS controls my emotions. I am a very, very emotional person. I cry about everything. Anybody who knows me can vouch for me on that topic. I am very emotional. I got into an argument today with my mother about dishes in my room. She was 100% right. She was 100% on point. She was 100% there. She was right. I was wrong. But I have points that I want to say because certain things about the situation just didn't click for me and I had to fix it. And you know what happened? I got emotional. I was at the doctor and I got really emotional. And so what happened was I was crying the whole appointment. We got there at 1 and ended at 3. I was crying for a good 2 hours. I just couldn't stop crying every time the subject was brought up. I was crying every time I saw a color that coincided with my feelings. I cried. I could not understand it. And then the doctor said, "Are you close to your period?" And I said, yes, I am. And she said, "Are you PMSing?" And I said, "I don't really do that." And she said, "Yes, you do." And so I figured it out then and there, and I couldn't believe it. I have not been hit that hard with PMS ever. So one way I have learned from that situation, going through the problem solving steps, I had PMS. What can I do to solve PMS? Well, there's many ways to solve PMS, but there's also many ways to calm down when you're going through those anger or sadness feelings. One thing that helps me through my anger is writing. One thing that helps me through my sadness is writing. One thing that helps me through my anxiety is music. One thing that helps me through my emotions is music. Music and writing is everything. So I could have pulled out my phone, started typing away, pulled out my phone, started listening to a song. Apply that to the situation, I would have slowly started to calm down and understand the situation more. Now that I sit here calm, I understand my mom's perspective 3 times more. And I understand where she was coming from, and it's just the situation, I guess, and it makes you very not yourself. I never in a million years would have done that to my mom. Like, I don't know where my head was. I just wanted to get my point out and make her hear what I was thinking. Like, I still feel like some of my points were still very valid, but at the same time, she is my mother, So that those problem solving skills can really change the whole situation. So there's that. Again, thank you guys for working with me through this terrible quality. See, you can follow my head. Come on now. I will work on this quality and this lighting. Thank you guys for toughing it out with me. If you made it to the end of the video, comment below #quality. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week. Bye to the bye.